Hey everyone, today we're going to be making Carolina Reaper jelly. Usually we use fresh peppers for our jelly recipes, but today we're going to use frozen peppers. We have Carolina Reapers that we grew in our garden. We just took the stems off and put them in the freezer just like this because at the time we weren't able to make the jelly right away. So the first thing we're going to do is to weigh out the peppers. I'm using the recipe from the Bald Blue Book, just straight up jalapeno pepper jelly recipe, and today we're using Carolina Reapers. This one is very hot. So these are so hot that I actually wear gloves every time I'm handling them. And when we go to cook the jelly, I'll even put a mask on. So this calls for 3/4 pound of fresh peppers, or 12 ounces. I am going to use a little less than that because using less is not going to affect the quality of a recipe, the safety of the recipe in a pepper jelly, but using more might offset the combination. The sugar and the vinegar are what you need to have in proper proportions in order to keep it safe. So I've already taken the stems off before I stuck them in the freezer. I am going to remove all of the seeds. It's not because of the heat. From everything that I've read, the seeds aren't what carry the heat of the pepper as much as the veins. I'm going to leave the veins if I can because we want the heat in these peppers. When you choose your peppers, you want to make sure that they're clean, nice clean peppers so that you're not putting anything dirty into your jelly. We've got all of our peppers ready and prepped. I'm going to take them and put them into the blender with 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to puree that all together, and then we're going to put it in the pot with the sugar, the rest of the vinegar, and of course the peppers. Okay. I need 1 cup of the vinegar, and you kind of have to take your gloves off and on very carefully because you don't want to touch the other items with the hot stuff. Okay, we're going to puree this together. All right, so now we're going to measure out 6 cups of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. 2. Okay, normally we would put the puree and the next cup of vinegar in first and then add the sugar, but because I can add the sugar without my gloves on, I'm going to do that first this time. Then I'm going to glove up and mask up because when the hot peppers get hot, the fumes can burn your nose. Now, I also usually use goggles, but I'm hoping that my glasses will serve to protect my eyes this time, but we'll find out. I'm going to put this over in the sink. And I'm going to need a spatula. Every last bit in there. This stuff is hot. Okay, and then I'm going to add 1 more cup of vinegar. This is apple cider vinegar. make sure your measurements are precise. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat on and bring this to a boil. So I do not have my gloves on, but I think I'm going to try it without them because I don't have to touch this anymore. I'm more concerned about what I'm breathing in once it heats up and my eyes. So we'll see if my eyes can handle it. If not, I'll put some goggles on, but I think my hands will be okay. So once the jelly is in the jars, it's going to go in the water bath for 10 minutes. So since it takes so long for the water to heat up, I've got that started. You can see I've got my jars in there getting sterilized while the water's heating up. And then my lids over here, I keep them simmering. And then as soon as the jars are ready, I'll be able to pull those out and put them on. You can see that I definitely ended up with some seeds in this jelly. It's not going to be a problem as far as the taste or the chemistry of the jelly. It'll still work fine. In a regular jelly, a lower heat, I would actually take the time to pick those out just because I don't like the way that they look in the jar. But in this one, I'm going to just leave it alone and it'll be fine. Okay, while I'm waiting for the jelly to come to a boil, I'm going to take the jars out of my canner. I've got water in them I'll leave the water in the canner. I'm going to place the jars on a towel so that they're ready to fill. So now this is coming to a boil, and we're going to let this go for 10 minutes while the sugar gets fully dissolved. And sometimes you're going to see foam on the top. At the end, we'll scrape that off. So you can see that the foam is starting to gather on the top, but it's not a problem. It's just something that cooks out of the peppers. We're going to scrape that off. You've got this nice, beautiful red jelly. So if you see that foam, don't worry about it. Just keep stirring and it'll come together like it's supposed to. So once this comes to a boil after 10 minutes, or once it finishes boiling after 10 minutes, I'm going to add 2 pouches of liquid pectin. I like to have it ready beforehand, so what I usually do is I open them up and I set them upright in a little glass. And that way, when my jelly's ready to have the pectin added, I don't have to take the time to cut the tops off and it's all ready to go. So it's been boiling for 10 minutes now. I'm going to get it very hot because we're going to add the 2 packs of pectin, and I want it to stay at a rolling boil as much as possible. And if it, for some reason, stops boiling, you want it to get back to a rolling boil as soon as possible. And once this is mixed in, you're going to go for 1 minute. It's done. We're turning off the heat, and we are ready to ladle it into the jars. I'm going to move the foam aside, and I'm going to just start filling my jars. You want it to be within 1/8 to 1/4 inch of the rim for jellies. Take that off so that just helps keep it from dripping down the side, that little funnel. It's convenient. There we go. And then when I get my lids, before I put the lid on, I have this clean damp rag, and you want to wipe around the rim of your jar to get a better seal that way. And take your little magnetic lifter, dip it in your pan, and set it on your lid. And then you have your, I don't remember what those are called. These don't have to stay on after. They just help keep them sealed while they're in the water bath. I'm gonna go through and do that for each of my other jars. All the jars are filled and I'm getting ready to put them in the hot water bath for 10 minutes. Man, I can feel my eyes burning. Okay, so just a tip, when you go to clean your dishes, first rinse everything out with cold water. That'll keep the fumes from coming up and getting you when you're washing your dishes. 10 minutes is up. Sorry, I got some fumes. Stuff really does make you gag. Okay, we're gonna put the jars over on the towel to cool. Oh, when you're taking them out, you don't want to tip that water off the top. That's just standard canning protocol. Oh. Keep your masks on. Oh. Love hearing that little pop though. That means you got a good seal. So this batch of Carolina Reaper jelly we're dedicating to Sam Childers. He's the machine gun preacher, if any of you are familiar with him. He does work in Africa, rescuing children, and then he spends time bringing them in and teaching them and raising them and helping them to heal. So anyway, we got the privilege of meeting him this summer, and he loves this Reaper jelly. This one's for Sam. I'm gonna put his link in the comments or in the description, so that if you guys want to go and check him out and see the work he does and send him some money. Okay, be quiet. See you in the next video.